Hello, this is Roger, Low Vision Product Manager here at HumanWare. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the new annotation tools that came available in Prodigy version 1.7. In this video, I will demonstrate using them with the magnifier. So as you can see, I'm on my main carousel, and in the center of the screen, I will click on magnifier. I could tap if this was a touch screen, and it will open up my magnifier. As you can see, I have a simple legal document underneath as an example today. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and just capture this using the camera in the lower right group of icons, and I'll capture the page. I have my system set to go ahead and do optical character recognition and allow me to use text-to-speech on this. So now that it has been captured, I can zoom in, I can click and drag on the screen. You can see we have our nice diamond edge font there. I can zoom in and zoom out as much as I like. Again, I can press the read button down below to have this read aloud. But let's say that I wanted to start marking this up with things to remind me what I want to change. So in my toolbar, you'll notice that it has reconstituted itself, and there is a pencil with a squiggly line underneath. Let's tap on that. A new toolbar will appear in the upper left corner of my screen. It has a selector option, a pen option under that. Underneath of that is a pen over a line. That's our highlighter tool. And underneath that is an erase tool. And then in the bottom toolbar, I have my palette tool, my thickness tool, a undo and redo options, and then in the far bottom right corner, the save option. So let's go ahead and come down 3 icons in the upper left and click on the highlight tool. You'll see the blue selector around it now, and you'll notice that my palette and my thickness have come off of being gray because I now have a tool that I can change the color of. So let's click on the palette, and here you'll see it is set to the default yellow. I can click on the right to drag up and down and see all of my available colors. For this demo, I'm going to leave it on yellow, and I'm going to tap the back arrow in the upper left. And then immediately to the right of the palette is the thickness. There's 3 lines there, thin, thick, and thickest. And this will allow me to make adjustments to the width. And I can go all the way from very thin. I can scroll to the bottom to very wide. Again, I'm going to leave it on medium, the default for this demo. And I'll click my back arrow. And here's my document. So again, I have my highlighter selected here. And now I can just click and drag on my page. And this is the piece that I want to change. 100% shall become distributable to the beneficiary at the age of 18. So maybe that's something that I want to discuss with my lawyer. And I want to make a note next to it. So let's go up 1 icon in that upper left corner and get my pen tool. Here again, we can select a color. So here's my palette. You can see it defaults to black. Scroll down and you can choose other colors. Let's switch to blue for my pen. And then I'll use the back arrow in the upper left, back out, and let's just take a look at thickness very quickly. And you can see it's defaulted to very thin. Again, I have the same selections I would have for my highlighter there. Let's leave it on very thin, tap that back arrow, and let's say I wanted to change the age here to 25. I'll just use this markup tool to make that 25. Now I can click my selector tool and drag down the page. And I see down here in this next paragraph, shall endeavor to complete such division within 6 months after death. Okay, I want to address this as well. So I'll grab my highlighter again, and I'll go, oh, oops, I made a mistake and drew across the entire page there. This is where I can use my erase tool, and I can use it in 2 ways. One is to select it, and really I only adjust down on the bottom, I can only adjust the thickness of it, but I can either click and drag over the line that I made or just tap onto it, and the eraser will just wipe it away. So it's that simple. Let's go back to the highlighter again and say, I want to change this from 6 months, so I'm going to go over 6 months there, and I'm going to use my pen again, and I'm going to say, I give you 12 months to deal with that. So I can continue on making different markup on here. I'll zoom back out and make all the notes that I want. And then there's some other things down here that I might want to consider to change. But at this point, you'll see that my undo and redo arrows are lit up. So if I hit that curved arrow that goes back to the left, it erased the 2 and the 12 above. I'll click the redo, and now it's done again. So those are available. Of course, you can use key shortcuts like Control Z for that as well. Now, If I were to click my back arrow, I'm going to be prompted to save, but also in the bottom right corner, I can save and continue working right on the document. So if I click that now, it's going to go ahead and save it, and I could just continue to make markup. This is sort of like a Word document where you don't want to lose the changes that you've made, so you just mark it up and continue on. And then when you're all done, click that back arrow to exit out, and you will come back out to your live view, and you can continue on with whatever it is you want to do, capture another page and continue to mark it up, whatever. So that is a quick review of how to use the annotation tools within the magnifier in Prodigi. I hope that this video is useful. Now that you know how to use the annotation tools here, you'll also know how to use them in distance, files, and books as well, but there are videos to show them in use there as well. As always, in the bottom left corner, tap the back arrow and encourage you to go to the help menu and click on the feedback link there and tell us how we're doing and give us ideas for how we can improve the annotation tools or add any other new features that you think that we need to have in Prodigy. Thanks until we see you again next time.